Hi guys, Varun here from Phone Arena, and we also have Manoj here. And it's
What we
that
have
time of the
today?
year where everybody can have some tea,
Yeah.
especially OnePlus fans. We have the OnePlus 8T here, which is an upgrade to the OnePlus 7T, which came out last year.
Right.
So, and OnePlus did acknowledge that they're not going to be launching 8T Pro this year.
No Pro
They had
models.
an 8 Pro released in the middle of the pandemic, so they decided to not launch an 8T Pro. So, but we have the 8T here. So this is a reviewer's kit which came in. So let's kind of take a look and unbox this guy. So this is a massive box.
So the slogan they have is Ultra stops at nothing.
Which is something about the camera, I'm assuming.
Camera and the refresh rate.
And the refresh rate.
Yeah.
So two things which have been improved are the display and the camera on this.
Right.
And it says hello. So OnePlus really comes up with this fancy packaging for their review units. So that's nice to get. What is this big fat book here? So that's the reviewer's
That might
guide.
be the reviewer guide, I suppose.
Yeah. That is. Wow, that's a really chunky reviewer's guide. So many pages.
With fancy colors.
Wow. So many empty pages as well. Saying this fresh out of the factory.
I guess it's almost 80 pages, close to 80 pages.
Oh, wow. I think this is.
Okay.
Let's keep that aside. So
Yeah. And we have the OnePlus 8T here.
let's take it out. Okay. There's a ribbon here. So
what
let's
else?
check. So there's the box here. So OnePlus 8T.
And
We
as
also get
usual,
some.
we have the cases.
So what case is that? Wow, that's a different color. That's a
This
green.
looks like the
Nod.
sandstone.
It looks like a nod.
Yeah, it's
case, right?
sandstone bumper case, cyan.
Nice.
Wow,
Cyan.
what's that? It's a transparent
That's
case?
a cyborg cyan.
Cybox, right.
So I think we have the ultra marine, what was it called? Aquamarine green. So that's the color of the device we have here. And let's get this box out of the way.
Any Easter egg in the box?
Like we missed last time? No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah.
So here we have it. So that's the OnePlus 8T. And let's open it up. What else? Pretty similar to the old
The typical long
OnePlus long
yeah.
boxes. And you have the never settle branding, and here's the device. So as we said, it's the aquamarine.
An all new aquamarine color.
Wow. So this is very similar to the 8 Pro we had before. It's seen. So let's get this plastic. Wow, the camera setup looks very interesting.
The color reminds me of the Nord Blue.
Yeah, not blue, but it's different. So you look at it in one angle, it looks like the Nord Blue. Another
8 Pro.
color, it looks like the green, aquamarine green or whatever.
Of the 8 Pro.
So of the 8 Pro, it's a dual tone color, I guess. It's pretty fancy. And oh wow, it has a fancy camera module here. You have almost 4 sensors on the back.
Yeah, it's a quad camera setup this time. They
quad.
have bumped it from the triple camera
I can
to
also
quad
see
camera.
a white LED and a dual color LED as well.
Okay.
So, and wow, feels really nice. The 8T. So let's get to the device. You also get a
Transparent
case.
And so this time around, they have bumped up the charging speeds as well.
And I like that the plug is not that fat plug we used to get before.
True.
Because that plug used to take a lot of space on your wall sockets.
And
we have gone Type C as well. It's no
that's
longer
what I
a
was
Type A to Type C. Wow, I really like this plug because we have a lot of those old plugs lying around.
Again, a Type C to Type C cable.
It's a Type C to Type C cable.
So this is a 65 watt charger, and OnePlus is calling it Watt Charge 65.
Watt
And the
Charge
best part
65.
is it is also PD compatible up to 45 watt. And if you want to use your OnePlus 8T with a normal charger, it charges at 27 watt.
Okay. So and this also has some fancy new dual battery technology as well.
Right, twin battery
So OnePlus, I think a lot of OEMs have been announcing it. I think OnePlus was one of the first to kind of tease it on their social media as well.
Yeah.
So nothing else here. Do we
Nothing
have
else in the
We have
box.
some paperwork here. Wow. I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
that's the usual safety manual and the quick start.
So you have the SAR value here. So how much is it? So it's the head SAR is 1.09, body SAR is 1.04, and the India SAR, that's the US FCC SAR. The India one is also 1.07 and 0.85. Pretty decent
And
numbers.
like the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro, we get a
It's
red cable
card. So if you are using a OnePlus device, make sure to sign up on Red Cable Club because you get some really nice sweet offers from time to time and some discounts on all parts in case you rarely happen to damage your phone. So you get the sticking with the same old SIM ejector from OnePlus One,
and
you also an invitation letter from Pete Lau. So OnePlus 8T is more than a phone, and yes.
So I guess that's the typical stuff.
This is also, I think, got some redesign. The stickers look different this time around. The 8T stickers.
I see. I thought it's the same as the 8 and 8 Pro.
Yeah. So, but maybe it's slightly transparent packaging. So.
Okay.
And what else do we have here?
That's
so
it for the
pretty much
package
it. That's pretty much for the paperwork. So the charger looks pretty interesting. We will be testing the charging speeds later. So let's see.
So what's your first impressions on holding the phone? Like if you have used the 8 Pro earlier.
Yes, I've used the 8 Pro extensively, and this feels like kind of an 8 Pro successor more than a 7T successor.
Okay.
Feels really compact. I think this is a year we are seeing a lot of compact phones coming out. We also have the iPhone SE2, the Samsung Galaxy Fan Edition as well. That's something you're using here. And this case doesn't seem very similar to the case we got along with the 8 Pro and 8.
8, yeah.
So doesn't seem too plasticky. And it also has the subtle, never settle branding. So...
And while we set up the phone, I'll quickly walk through the specifications of it.
Let the phone get set up and we'll walk you through the specs.
Yeah. So this is a 6.55-inch display, 1080p Full HD Plus display. And this time around, they've gone for a flat display.
Not a curved display.
Not a curved display like the 8. And as usual, we have...
And also it's running on the new version of Oxygen OS.
Right.
Which
Oxygen
looks very much
11.
like one... but I think it's gotten improved. It looks very similar to some other UIs in the market. But Oxygen OS, is it the same? So Manoj, you extensively used the new Oxygen OS. I have been a user until the upgrade happened. So what's different? How was the experience?
Yeah, the Oxygen OS 11 is primarily focused on single-handed usage. So what OnePlus says is the screen sizes are increasing with every generation. And for users to adapt to the user interface, they have carefully designed it to make sure it is one-hand friendly. And there are subtle changes in the icons and the themes as well. That's the usual stuff. But primarily, it is more focused towards one-hand usage.
Nice. And it feels really compact, so you don't want to use two hands for it. You just use a single hand with it. I'm actually curious about the camera as well to see how...
So this time around, the camera got an upgrade as well. From a triple camera setup, they moved to a quad camera setup.
Yeah. And the arrangement is also interesting. It's not plastered. It's an L-shape arrangement, if you see.
The array camera.
The array camera. And so it's pretty interesting. I think this is probably a depth sensor along with a...
No, actually, it's a 48 MP primary sensor, 48 megapixels.
So they have separated the 48 MP sensor along with the flash. So if you want to not use your... So if you see the 48M branding here, I think that's a separate module along with the flash. They also have two separate flash modules this time around, if you can see. And you have... So what are the other sensors on this?
Yeah, the second one is a 16 MP ultra wide. That's a 123 degree field of view compared to 116 last time. And the 2 MP macro has been bumped up to 5 MP macro. And the fourth sensor is a 2 MP mono sensor. It's not a depth sensor. Maybe...
Okay. So they've been experimenting with a lot of these sensors.
They tried the color filter.
They had wide angle. They also had telephoto in the middle. And now they're coming back to something like a monochrome. So, yeah, that's interesting.
So, pretty much it's a subtle upgrade as usual with the T. And this time around, they've also gone with UFS 3.1, a slightly faster storage compared to UFS 3.2.
Nice.
And as I told you, the battery has been bumped up along with the 65
watt. And they're retaining the front-facing punch hole camera as well. So
the design,
Yeah, so that's... so they have an in-display fingerprint sensor, and they don't have the pop-up
pop-up is gone, right?
With the 70, which you have. And but so what is the megapixel on the... It's a
16
megapixel wide angle.
Same as the OnePlus 8, 16 MP.
16 MP camera,
Right.
And
And as far as the bands are concerned, the OnePlus has covered almost all the 5G bands as well, standalone and non-standalone.
Still, we don't have 5G here. Hopefully soon, maybe in
Yeah.
2021 or 2022.
Maybe
We
earlier
should
than
be
that.
getting 5G. We're getting so many 5G phones. It's just hilarious, right? I mean, you don't have 5G here, but still. But still, a question for you guys: are you looking forward to using 5G on your smartphone? Let us know in the comments.
Sure. It's a Snapdragon 865 processor.
And not 765, like
Not like the Nord.
like the Nord. Yeah.
And
So
they
that's
are-
a make difference.
Usually they go with the Plus processor. I mean the 855 Plus or something. This time around they were stuck with the 865 itself, not 865 Plus.
Yeah.
Probably due to the costs, maybe. We're not sure about that.
Yeah, and this one is a kind of a 12 gig RAM version we have here.
Right.
We
We also get a 8 gig RAM version and a 12 gig RAM version.
So this is 12 and 256. Is
Yeah,
that the
right.
storage? We're not still gone like 512. So
Not
it's
yet.
still stuck.
Not yet.
12 256 is the top end model of the 80. Let's talk about the displays as well quickly.
Yeah.
Considering this has some new display tech.
Okay.
So it's a 120 hertz display, right?
Refresh rate is
And
120
refresh rate.
hertz.
Yeah. So and you can kind of go down to 60 hertz
Yeah.
in case you don't want to. So they first tried with I think 90 hertz and now they're going to 120 hertz
120
this
hertz.
year. So
So that's the reason for the slogan, I guess. Ultra stops at nothing.
yeah, I think it's an ultra motion display or something they're calling it.
Yeah.
And another quick thing about the battery, right? So this is a
4500 mAh battery.
and it's
this
also a dual battery, not a single battery. as
time.
we're
Yeah,
using
twin
it.
battery technology.
Twin battery technology, which mainly helps you charge your phone battery faster and also dissipates heat.
Right.
So I think this is a trend we're going to see more this year.
And yeah, OnePlus is marketing as a day's power in 15 minutes. Earlier they used to do day's
I mean,
power in
these
30
guys
minutes.
are probably one of the best in terms of charging tech, right? Ever since they've started using dash charge
Yeah.
and then warp charge, it's like so hard to go back to phones which don't have
True.
it. I mean, luckily even iPhones and other Samsung devices also have fast charging now, but the convenience of, using dash charge is and warp charge is amazing. First starts pretty impressed. I'm looking forward to the pricing though.
Yeah.
To see how affordably they price it.
There are some rumors going on that it might be the same as the OnePlus 8 starting. Probably. They might also come up with the 6 gigs. I'm not sure. Because they did it with the OnePlus 8 as
But
well.
overall, it feels
Yeah.
not too bulky. At the same time, not too light. Has
Okay.
a good amount of weight to it in the hand. So your thoughts?
Yeah, so I have used the OnePlus 8 extensively actually. So coming from OnePlus 8, I felt this is single-handed friendly compared to OnePlus 8.
Yeah, I think it comes back to the same size which most OnePlus fans were comfortable with. Like you go
Right.
back to OnePlus 5, 6, 60 and 7. The 70 also, right? That was one of my favorite devices last year.
Right.
But again, this is that time of the year OnePlus is launching the T series. So do let us know what you think about the OnePlus 8T. Are you
Yeah.
looking to get one, or you think
Yeah.
it's too soon if you're using a OnePlus 8 or 8 Pro?
Yeah.
But are you coming from a OnePlus 7 T or 7 from last year? So then it's definitely worth upgrading. So let us know
Definitely.
in the comments as to what you think.
Yeah, we will test this a bit more and we'll come up with a full review probably.
Yeah, you
So,
should stay tuned to our website for the full review.
Right.
But in the meanwhile, if you have any questions about the OnePlus 8T and if you have any thoughts, do let us know in the comments and would love to hear from you. Thank you guys for watching. So that was a quick unboxing of the OnePlus 8T. And see you guys in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe and see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
And don't forget to press the bell icon.